Hi guys, my name is Alex. I am a sex coach, and the question today is, do you want to learn how to give a woman an orgasm? Okay, then let's get started.
You know about the clitoris?
What is that?
Tell our viewers how to find it quickly, please.
Okay.
Some of them have been desperately
Okay.
searching for it, and
Can I
some
have
of
a piece
the and some of the
paper?
women
Can I just
have
draw it
been
really quickly?
You get some paper?
Yeah, we got
This is
this.
gonna
We
be
got a
great.
whiteboard.
Okay.
Okay, so this pure chaos is from Impulsive maybe, podcast with Logan Paul and his annoying co-hosts. And I was surprised to see this because when I think of Logan Paul or Jake Paul, I think of 12-year-old girls or even younger boys watching their content. But you know, here they are talking about female orgasms, so me as a sex coach, I'm gonna see if this advice given to 12-year-olds is any good, if it's gonna teach these 12-year-olds how to give women orgasms. But I will say bear with me because this video can get annoying.
So,
Yes, zoom in on that.
okay.
kind of look like Madonna
Look, Madonna?
in the best possible way.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been told.
Is that cool or?
Yeah.
All right.
Like which era though?
Like the hot one.
Awesome.
So that's exactly what you guys are in store for today. So this is Emily Morse, a popular sex coach, sex expert, if you will. She is on this podcast. She's going to give advice to these men on how to give a woman an orgasm every time. I'm going to analyze it, see if it's any good, see if it is actually applicable, and you 12-year-old boys can go out there and give an orgasm to any woman that you see. So let's get into it.
Okay, so here's the all right. So this is the we're looking down at it, right? These are the labia or the lips as we call it, the inner labia, outer. Okay, so this is the vaginal opening.
Let me see this vag real quick.
It's a little wide.
Wow, that's a big boy.
Okay, stop.
Looks
I
like
don't,
you drew
not
a
to
fucking
size.
drew a fucking
Fine,
sub.
I'll cut that out. Okay, watch.
Oh, God. Drew Krabby Patty, lady.
Stand up. Listen.
I've seen that at the Krusty Krab.
Okay, fine. I'm starting over, you fuckers. Wait.
Krabby Patty.
There we go.
Incredible.
Okay, does anyone else have whiplash from that camera work? I mean, so as you can tell, this is exactly why their audience is full of prepubescent children, and I'm not sure children should be watching this, but now you know why, because their sense of humor is, you know, just at that 13-year-old level right there.
Ah,
There you go.
it's a little bit better.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, these are labia, right?
Yeah.
We got the vaginal. Okay. Clitoris.
You can tell this is a professional podcast where we are learning about sex and getting sex advice when, you know, the three male hosts can't see a drawing of a vulva without cracking up.
So, we all know it's this little like
Mythical. It's
button.
mythical.
Yeah.
Mythical. So the clitoris has 8,000 nerve endings, okay?
Good Lord.
The penis, circumcised, has 4,000.
They're double better than us, dude.
The only reason the clitoris exists is for female pleasure. So, and here's the thing, it's not just there. So sometimes it's hidden. Like some women have like a little like clitoral hood and you have to like warm it up. So you want to go in here and like kind of maybe massage around her like inner thighs and like you don't go right for the clitoris, right? But those 8,000 nerve endings are not just here. They extend down behind the labia. So by the vaginal opening, there's like legs. So if you look at the clitoris out of here, it looks like this. It kind of looks like a horseshoe. It has legs, okay? So these are all nerve endings here. So this is the clitoris. This all gets turned on. This whole part is magic, okay?
Facts.
So this is like an anatomy lesson for you guys if you didn't know any of this about the clitoris or the vagina or vulva or any of that. Then here you go. Here's your anatomy lesson right here. Is this important to know? I don't think it's that important in providing an orgasm. You should know generally where things are. But if this is going to be a physically based tip, then I'm going to have a lot of issue with that.
Kiven method. So what you want to do is you want to, can I just turn this up? I got to stand. The Kiven method. You want to maximize your reach to stimulate as many clitoral nerves as possible, right? So if she's laying down like this, you come at her horizontal.
Absolutely.
She's laying down. You come at her like perpendicular from the side, so your mouth is here. And so what's happening is and then you're going back and forth, right? You're going from thigh to thigh, not like toes to head. So you're coming in here and you're licking over here and you're licking these nerve endings, you're getting the side of the clitoris, and you're going over to this side, and you're going back and forth and licking, right? But you don't start with that. You don't like rip off her pants and go back and forth. Don't do that. So, but really essentially that's what you're doing. And you're making sure that you start like really, really like light with your tongue, and you're just kind of like licking it, and you're going back and forth. And then when you're doing that, you get faster. And because the reason why this works is because most guys maybe, or whoever's going down on a woman is going like around here and focusing here. And sometimes for some women, their clitoris actually really is too sensitive and they can't, like some women are like, it's like, ouch. And those women are the ones that typically can orgasm during intercourse.
Okay, we are getting thrown a lot of information, a lot of physical technique stuff. So I guess she's saying when you do oral for all women, you go side to side. But then she says, well, wait a minute. Some women aren't going to like that because their clitoris is too sensitive. And then those women are going to be able to have vaginal orgasms. So it's a little bit odd to be giving physical stimulation advice, physical technique advice on how to give a woman an orgasm when you are admitting yourself that it is going to be based on the individual preference of that person or the physiology of that person. So are physical techniques like this going to lead to orgasm for all women? No, she admitted it right there. But let's see where this goes.
But anyway, they're sensitive. So you just want to go back and forth at the given, like lick it. And then you also want to use, it helps to, if you want to put like your fingers here, like if you want to sometimes the labia, you want to sometimes like place your fingers here and stimulate the nerve ending.
Okay, so she's just basically saying pay attention to the clitoris and touch it and then do whatever, and that's going to be how you reach orgasm. In reality, is this going to work? No, not necessarily. Let's see where this question goes.
Yeah, do you prefer, or do you think girls prefer the Thanks, Dylan. Do you prefer the two pronged approach of both finger and mouth at the same time?
I personally, it's actually different for every woman, but like personally, I don't like fingers to start. I like mouth to start. So I would say that for many women, and the other thing that guys do is like they like take your pants off. Again, this is when you're not going 5 times slower than you should. You're like ripping off our clothes, and then you're like bam, and then you go right for our pants. You rip them down, and like you stick your dry finger inside.
Ugh.
Okay, again, she alludes to the fact that physically based things are going to be individual preference. So the two-pronged approach of fingers and mouth, that's going to depend on your partner. So why then is she giving physical advice on how to give orgasms when that's not going to be the case? Is it? I don't know. Maybe you'll find out at the end of the video how to actually give an orgasm every time.
So you never want it to go right in. You want to like start with your mouth.
No,
and
no,
then
I don't
put
mean
your finger in.
finger
But
penetration.
inside, you mean
no,
inside of her.
not
Oh,
that.
okay, you mean the finger on the labia.
Yeah, I mean clitoris stimulation with finger and mouth at the same time.
Oh.
I would call it like the expert tsunami.
I
level
think that it's a
pro
case by
move.
case basis. Yeah.
Case by case basis. Right. Exactly.
Okay.
It can all feel good as long as you got your fingers and you've got your mouth, and that is, I would say, for many women, going to be the magic. So that's why men are so obsessed with their penis. Like, it's too big, it's too small, whatever it is. Women are not obsessed with your penis like you guys are at all. Like, they might talk about, no, they talk again.
Yeah,
I know
no,
what you're
it's
talking
so
about.
true. They don't give a fuck.
I'm telling you guys.
They're coming through oral,
I have
dude.
5,000 podcasts. I've been doing this for 15 years. I have
Have you ever
thousands of emails. And it's always, his penis is too big and it hurts, is what I hear from women. And I've gotten maybe 2. It was too small. After literally 100,000 questions I've answered.
Okay, so the annoying video is over. We are done with interruptions from Mikey Boy there. So, she spent about 3 minutes going over physical stimulation of the clitoris, and then the next 2 minutes saying it's individual, case-by-case basis on what physical stimulation is going to work. So why spend the 3 minutes teaching you how to do physical stimulation if that's not necessarily what's going to work on your partner or whatever person you sleep with, right? That doesn't make any sense. The real way to give an orgasm to a woman every single time is through mental stimulation. The mind is so much more powerful and determinant in sexual pleasure than just what you are doing downstairs. Of course, what you're doing downstairs is contributing it, but however they perceive that action, that physical touch down there, that is what's going to determine the sexual pleasure and whether they reach orgasm or not. Face it, No woman is going to ever reach orgasm, no matter how much physical stimulation you do down there, no matter how much perfect technique you have. No woman, if they are insecure, if they are stressed, if they are not comfortable with you, they are not going to ever reach orgasm. And so these mental factors are so much more important. So why focus on these physical techniques that are going to be individually preference-based, that you should just ask your partner and see what they like physically and then do that, when you should be focusing on mental factors, their insecurity, their stress, their comfort level. Sex puts you in an extremely vulnerable position, especially women, and they need to feel comfortable in order to be able to release and let that orgasm happen, right? So how do you do this? You have to make them comfortable enough to do that. You have to alleviate and remove some of that vulnerability. You have to get to know them. You have to work with them, talk to them, get them aroused, spend more time in foreplay, slow down so that they have time to comprehend what is happening. Their physiology can catch up. They can get lubricated down there and whatever they need to get aroused. And then you stimulate their mind by dirty talking, by communicating with them, by moaning, by being sensual, by connecting with them on an emotional level. That way, they are in the moment, they are present, they are not thinking about other things, they're not having their mind wander, being stressed about their everyday life or how they're performing or how they look to you. Then they can focus on whatever physical stimulation they like that you need to figure out by just talking to them. And then because of that, they can have the orgasm. It's all about the mind, not about the clitoris. You know what organ has more nerve endings than the clitoris? The brain. And the brain is what is contributing to sexual pleasure, what is creating sexual pleasure so much more than anything downstairs. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you didn't find the Impulsive podcast too much to handle. Anyway, I hope you learned something, and I hope that you have better sex because of it. Bye, guys.